Robert is just like you and I. Every night, he has to set his alarm clock, and when the alarm clock goes off, he gets up. Robert does his morning routine, which includes freshening up, putting on a uniform. He'll make a cup of coffee. And after Robert has gone through his morning routine, he's just like the rest of us. He's got to commute to work, and that includes having to fight the crowds on BART. And Robert goes to work. Working with Robert has been an honor and a privilege, and I have just been able to witness him grow in leaps and bounds. Employment has really been the stepping stone for him to achieve many other goals that he set for himself in his life. Most importantly, living on his own independently. For 30 years, he'd lived with family members, and being employed allowed him the opportunity to move out on his own into a one-bedroom apartment. It also encouraged him to go back to school, and he's currently in a program, biomanufacturing program, at the local junior college. My role as an employment specialist supervisor is to be a resource, an advocate, a source of inspiration, and most importantly, a mentor. The most important aspect of my job is watching people bust out of the boxes that they've been placed in and to overcome the stigma that surrounds their mental health issues.
Employment to me means having good structure in my life, social interactions, and some income, because when I was unemployed, I got really tired of being broke. So it's very important to my wellness.
And employment means to me freedom, and it provides an opportunity to be independent, and I feel productive. I feel like I'm part of the community. One thing about IPS is they help you talk to an employer. They work with you, and so that helped me. Just the fact that there was somebody to help me every step of the way to get back into the workforce.
My name is Nancy, and this is part of my story. I had a nervous breakdown when my husband left. My daughter was 3.5. I had to live with my folks for a while. My daughter graduated from UCLA in 2003. I had worked as a product demonstrator for a demo services company 9 years and brand ambassador for a pet food company since July of 2014.
My name is Vincent Lopez, and I work at Needle to the Groove record store in Niles, Fremont. The task I have is maintenance, which is keeping the Needle to the Groove's record store clean, and also it's keeping records sorted the way they're supposed to be, evenly and square. So I go through the dollar bin records, check each sleeve, and if they're like new and they're not torn on the ends, then I stack them up and then give them to the boss.
Talking to him and his knowledge of music, which I already knew, it would be a perfect fit for the record store. We want somebody, if somebody asks them a question, they know what they're talking about. And Vince is like a dictionary. So he knows so much stuff. I mean, I ask him questions all the time about certain records and labels, and he's like, oh, it's on this, and it was released in 1967, and it's really awesome, actually.
Work, it's great to get paid, but it's a sense of pride knowing that you're contributing something to the community, service. And I'm sure over there they support him quite a bit by saying, good job, Vince. And it helps him with self-confidence, because there's times he's on his own and he's not overwhelmed by situations. So it's a lot of being more self-confident. The rest of the family, what they think it's great. They think it's a great avenue for him to grow and be self-sufficient. They're proud of him. They always tell Vince, we're really proud of you, how you're working now, and And they bring back, remember when you couldn't do it, now you can. So when when you meet a problem you think you can't handle, just think what you're doing now. You're working, you're self-sufficient.
My son is 19, and when he was born, like all moms, you know, I had great dreams. I had great dreams for him. Sometimes I'm walking past a college or a high school, you know, kids that are his age. And I see the kids bouncing across the crosswalk with their backpacks and they're interacting with each other. And it's that grief and that anger again. Why? You know, why my son? Work gives him a place of belonging. You know what we want as humans? We want a place to belong on this planet. We want a tribe. We want people. We want to be respected and to add to the world. And work gives him that. When he works, he's the best worker ever. That's when he starts thinking about going back to school. It's a very big point of stabilization for him. I don't want consumers or family members to, you know, people who are going through this to lose hope. There's hope. You can have ups and downs, but there is hope. I've lived it and I've seen it. And if my son was here, he would tell you the same thing.
IPS is a really great service because it helps people who want to get back to work do so. And when people are working, it has so many benefits for them personally. They end up having more money, they end up feeling better, and contributing to society in a way that they can really feel proud of. If you're an employer, I encourage you to check out candidates from our IPS programs. People have so many strengths and skills to offer and would be a great asset to your business.
IPS really allows individuals to not only just dream big, but it becomes a reality because they're able to go back to work, they're able to go to school, and they're able to do something that maybe for years people have been telling them that you can't go back to work, that you're not going to be able to hold down a full-time or a part-time job, that you're not well enough, or you know, you're not stable enough. But IPS completely dismisses all of that, and employment specialists are there to provide that support and be with you every step of the way to help you to find the job that you want.